So, hello there, everyone. Hold on, it's just starting now. Hello there, everyone. Welcome. I don't know why my live is more on time than my Twitch is. I shouldn't say right. But hello, everyone, and welcome to today's session of Pokemon live stream session. Um, live stream session session 7. Session 7. So, hold on one second. We're gonna get the audio ready. Why is there no audio? Oh, there is the audio for the game. I was like, why is there no audio for the game? Well, just remember, that screen doesn't have audio. In the last section, we did a lot of stuff in the last session. We beat Koga, the gym leader um of the Future City Gym. We explored Future City, getting a ton of Pokemon. We're almost at 50 Pokemon in our Pokedex to get us the experience share. And on top of that, we now have a flight. We now have access to Cinnabar Island, in which we have obtained some more Pokemon. While being on Cinnabar Island, we now have our fossil. Um, Pretty cool. So, with that all said and done, we're two options right now. We can finish training up our Pokemon, and we can eventually take out keeping of them. So if you're at the part of the game where you have now obtained Surf, you have two absolute things you can do. The first option is completing the main island of Kanto region, meaning that you're going to take on Team Rocket and take out Giovanni to get access to Serena in the Hotline Gym, while the other is fetching from Pallet Town or Future City, going to Cinnabar in the Seahawk Islands. So, I think just for continuity's sake, we're gonna go back to Saffron and we're going to actually take on the Saffron. Everything's going on in Saffron, because as we know, King Rocket has not taken over Saffron City, and we need to rescue her. So, yeah, so as you see here, all that's really out is the Rocket Runs from Team Rocket. Out and about. I heard when Team Rocket have now taken over Silco. We will be working here in the Kanto region. Well, everything that we use is made here. Our Pokeballs, our not Pokedex. I'm gonna put it like Russia. Oh, but I think a lot of things were created here. In the Source Cup. And we're gonna be rescuing Source Cup. If we got under control, you can put this my own world. Well, just thinking that. So, I like that the film makes me feel so alive. He is asleep. Actually, if you come here early, before you take out, the Rocket in Lavender Town, he will be standing right here, and he will block your way into the Silco building. Silco Company Office. Trainer's tip. New balls are offered. Improved catch rate. Try it on hard to catch Pokemon. That's the intel of the Ultra Ball. And yes, you can't access any buildings right now because King Rocket has taken over the city. What do you want? Get lost? Our boss says he's taking the town in the name of King Rocket. Also will leave the gym. Don't get defiant or I will hurt you. Yeah, the gym here in Saffron is taken over. You cannot access the Saffron City Gym till you deal with Team Rocket. You can, however, access this gym And this gym is actually the fighting dojo, but we'll actually talk about that more when we talk about Sabrina in the Saffron Gym. So really the only places you have access to at this point are the Pokemon Fan Club, Pokemon Trainer Fan Club, the Pokemon the Pokemon Center, and Mr. Psychic's house. They're the only access points you have access to. We're on tour in the story, and now there's a guy who I want to be like. I think trainers are so cool when they're dying. Does she think so? I'm going to trainer one day. I was gathering from the advanced Pokemon trainers the way they look in battle. I have a picture of Fluence. Perhaps you'll be talked about here one day too. Keep winning. So yeah, basically that's just all here right now because there isn't people have been blocking their homes and everything through the Team Rocket. If you read the manga, yeah, Team Rocket did take over the Silphco building. And on top of that, like it's a lot worse than it's like basically Sabrina works with Team Rocket, they've taken over Silphco, and it leads to a lot of things that goes on. So yeah. Right now we're in the Silphco building. I don't have a map of it. I just know how to get through it. But we have a lot of trainers here, which is why I'm okay with our Pokemon lineup being where it is, because we can move Pokemon around and gain experience. So I don't have my experience there, which has been really good to help Doduo and Sonya. So yeah, expect the coup de grace of the Rocket. The other gimmick here are these hiles. It will work you from room to room. And unfortunately, we do not have Harpie, so we cannot access certain areas as well. So, I hope you know we can't get the Harpie. I actually do know which floor it's on. So, right now, I'm going to take on as many trainers as we possibly can so we get to the area where the Harpie is. So I believe it's for 7 or 9. But, well. Well, give me a second. I'm actually eating. Hi everybody. Oh wait, hold on. You're just now thinking. Hi everybody. I'm Dr. Today. A party is 7. Hi. I'm in the middle of eating, so I wouldn't want to disturb nobody. Um, welcome everyone to my live stream. I'm Harpie Player Joe. And it's nice to see all of you. I am a content creator for YouTube and Twitch. And today I am live streaming Pokemon Generation 1's remake of Leafgreen. It's very nice to see all of you. And I hope you guys had an amazing stream on me. So yeah, welcome everyone. Right now I am taking on Silco. The Silco building. And which I'm going to be taking on Giovanni soon after. I had this stop for a minute so I could have something to eat. But I'm still enjoying the game and everything. But thank you guys so much for coming. I really do appreciate it. And welcome. As I take on some more of the brats in this area. Because it's going to be a lot of grinding. Also, I need to figure something out. One quick. I have Sidekick. I'm wondering. Hold on. I'm gonna make sequence real quick. Because I mean, once I get the card key, I'll be fine anyway. But, no, I need to break sequence real quick and go to Celadon. Because I need to know something. Is that PM29 here? Oh, they're Pokemon. Okay. No, there's no TM29. Oh, so it's a Shower Ball, Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, Return, and Flamethrower. Well, either way, I was going to give this a star meet anyway, so what I can do is I can just most likely just do some glitches and tricks and stuff. We'll get rid of Split. And now Starmie has Thunderbolt. I mean, has Psychic Attack. Oh. 2 stat moves. Recover. I was thinking of giving Starmie Thunderbolt, but I don't have T-Bolt yet. But, yeah. Alright. I'm going to mute it for just a few more minutes. So I got food to eat, but right now, well, I'm going to go back to Pokemon Center so I can heal. And then I'm going to make my way back to Saffron so I can take all more of the Team Rocket grunts. The reason why my Doduo has not evolved is because Doduo learns Drill Peck at level 37. So I want my Doduo to learn Drill Peck before I let it evolve. And take advantage of it being Dodrio. If there's any questions or anything, you guys are more than welcome to ask them in the excuse me. More welcome to ask in the in the chat. Also, goddamn controller. I have some issues with the controller. I think it's probably just because it's been a minute since I had to use it. Oh, alright. That's a scientist. Oh yeah, before I go, new trainer class. We have the scientists. They're just advanced super nerds. They still play around with electric, poison, Pokemon, but these guys have a lot more excuse me, advanced levels today. Okay. Hopefully everyone can hear me. I am back, and we're actually right here on 5th floor. This is where the car key is. So we have the key, also known as the car key, that allows us to open all of these gates here in the Silco building. So I want to give some more history on Silco and the Silco building itself. So this building is where basically all of your items in the Pokemon series that involves the Kanto region are produced. Um, uh, Team Rocket has taken over this building. Their purpose for taking it over is simple. They are looking for the illustrious Master Ball. The Master Ball is actually a very useful item. Um, for many of you who know what the Master Ball is the item that can catch any Pokemon with a 100% catch rate. Team Rocket wants this because they have plans for um, mass producing the Master Ball and using it to take over the world and capture any Pokemon that they possibly can. In conjunction to that, yeah, that actually was something that was mentioned in the Pokemon manga, where Silco was a good part of a story in the manga, where what was it? Red was almost done getting all of his badges, and he went back to Professor Oak to talk to him about Pokemon Union. Unfortunately, Professor Oak was kidnapped at that time by Sabrina, and she tricked him with an imposter Oak, which I believe was just a Kadabra one of her Kadabras. Um, because of this, they ended up, Red ended up having to come to Saffron so that because I don't know if he had Sabrina's back. I think during the incident he ended up getting Sabrina's back. And with the incident, basically they took all 3 of the legendary birds, fused them into one. They were under Sabrina's control, and then they did something with like the gym badge machine. Yeah, there was a gym badge machine which used the power of each of the gym badges to do some crazy fluctuating shit. And that's how they ended up with the badge. It's really weird story, but it's good. Pokemon in a nutshell trying to write things here and there. But yeah, I mean, it's a cool concept. If you ever get the chance to read the Pokemon manga, I would highly advise it and do so because it's really, really good. It's got some really, really good story to it. Like I said, we're going to be going through Silco like crazy. I think majority of today's stream is going to be us going through Silco. There are a lot of gym trainers. There are a lot of trainers here. Definitely try to use them for the level up because they should be around a decent enough level for us to take on. I think the highest might be level 30 or 33, depending on who the trainer are. But yeah, this is one. That's why Starmie and Doduo are definitely going to be around because they're going to be helping us get through the majority of this. Doduo's speed and really good physical attack, Starmie's defenses, Starmie's access to Psychic. Now that it has it as a TM and it has a move in its move pool. So yeah, there's going to be a lot to take access to in Silco. I mean, if you have a really good Psychic type or you have a Dodrio or a Doug trio, or just any good ground type Pokemon, you're going to be perfectly fine with this. The only thing you probably have to watch out with is maybe a couple of normals, but even then, if your Pokemon has really good defenses or has really good physical and or special attack, you're going to be perfectly fine with going through this. The area I'm in right now, I believe this should be floor 6 or 7. It's probably one of the higher floors. I haven't checked yet, but there is a nurse here, and you can interact with the nurse, and the nurse will heal your Pokemon. Or no, it's a good Samaritan, and she will heal your Pokemon. Actually, I believe she's right out the door. Because now that we have the card key, we can open doors in buildings. So yeah, her right here. She says, "You look tired. You should take a quick nap." And that map heals all your Pokemon of any status conditions, as well as their HP and MP, PP. I'm sorry, I'm so used to saying MP because, you know, I think when you think of HP, MP, and you think of rest, you know, that's what you think of when you think of healing. Just like a little M. So, yeah, right now I'm just opening up all the doors. I believe we're on floor... I forget which floor we're on. Hold on. We can actually use the warp to go back and forth. Because this is floor 3. Okay, and this is floor 9. So this is the rest area on floor 9. And there are a couple more gym trainers. I mean, rockets to battle. There are also a ton of items around this camp as well. Also, yeah, the 4 Rocket Brothers, which they need nothing but you got 4 brothers that you can easily take on, who ironically enough joined Team Harpie. So take that as how you will. Definitely gonna remind myself when I get the PC up to use it on Starmie. I mean, trousers. They'll do it. They'll be more. Take it on. But yeah, there's not too much here when it comes to Silco. Well, I mean, Silco itself only makes an appearance in the manga and in the video games. There's no interaction with Silco in terms of Ash in his turn. Like, he doesn't even touch Silco. He just comes straight to Sabrina. They have their little interaction for a few episodes, and then that's it. He leaves Saffron. And then I think when they come back for the Battle Frontier, they're not even here for the Frontier. They're here because Saffron has a Pokemon contest, which they did, which I would love for them to have at it, or at least do a post game. But yeah, Saffron is home to a Pokemon contest. And May enters the Pokemon contest so that she can obtain a ribbon. I think that's the first one she enters with Squirtle. Okay, well, let's open this one too. And this is a protein. Definitely gonna give that to your boy, Dodrio. Raise the dual system. I mean, physical attack. And those thugs took over our building. Their boss said he was looking for a strong Pokemon. I hope our president managed to avoid trouble. So, Pokemon Origin. Because that's something we should talk about too. Pokemon Origin basically takes the color palette and everything of Generation 1, putting it into Gen 3 format, making it into a anime, a 4-part anime, where we basically, I didn't want to type the key styling, but okay, where basically it tells Red's story through the Pokemon series. For those who don't know who Red is the male trainer that you play as in the Pokemon anime, in the Pokemon game. Primarily Generation 1, red, blue, green, and yellow, because he's used for yellow makeup, even though technically that was, they were trying to integrate Ash. Then, later on, Fire Red, Leafgreen gives an update to his lineup, and he's in, Let's Go Eevee Pikachu, but he's post-game. They do make reference to him, they even talk about him overall, and even the other trainers, Blue and them are there, and they talk about Red, and how Red was the previous champion, and how he beat Blue, and all of that. Yeah, all of that is canon. So, like, I guess it's like a couple of years or so after, because the gym battles are completely different in Fire Red. I mean, from original games in Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu. More so because they were trying to keep Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu focused on being a remake of Yellow, as opposed to it being a remake of Generation. I mean, it's still a remake of Gen 1, but it just holds more kin to Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu. With that said, the interactions that we'll have here in Silph Co. This is the only battle with Giovanni that Red loses. Yeah, every other battle he has with Giovanni, he wins. He wins the base. Because in the story, they said in Origins, they said he wins the battle with against Giovanni and Celadon. He free as we see through. He saves Mr. Fuji and frees Lavender Town for Team Rocket. When he comes to Silph Co to rescue the president, he does beat the. He manages to. Well, he doesn't defeat Giovanni, but Giovanni rocks his ship. And then Giovanni lets Red live, and he escapes. And I believe he escaped with the Master Ball. I'm not sure. I know the president gives him a Master Ball for rescuing him and the company from Team Rocket, who's taking it over. But yeah, they did it wasn't a big glimpse of anything, because like each episode I believe was 30 minutes apiece. Like they weren't an hour, they're like 30 minutes apiece. But they did manage to show each of the gym leaders showing their fire red and leaf green gyms. Yeah, they didn't do a OG homage. They did a Gen 3 homage, which was fine, because that's what a lot of people wanted. Even to the point where Red didn't have a psychic type, a way to check psychic. He actually used, I believe it was Honor he used, and not Ghastly or Gengar. It is said that he has a Gengar because when you see spoilers, when he goes to Cerulean Cave, he battles Mewtwo, and he battles Mewtwo with a Gengar in his party. So because he tries to fill up the Pokédex, and he does all the way up to 149 Pokémon. He's just missing Mewtwo, who was the one in the who he does read about while he talks to Professor Oak in Blue. Blue tries to capture Mewtwo, and he fails. And he's rushed back to Pallet Town, and he tells them that, yeah, I did interact with this Pokemon near Cerulean City in the cave. And that he tells them, this Pokemon is really strong. And apparently he seems to be some type of mutation. And that's where Red talks about, he's right up on this Pokemon. It was created for Team Rocket. And then they go into the whole backstory of Team Rocket and the whole origin story behind Mewtwo, because Red has read the books on Mewtwo that were in, oh my god, that was a critical hit, that were in the Pokemon Mansion. And he talks about how it's a really good scene. Like, even the battle itself is really good, because Red uses a lot of his Pokemon that are higher level up, and he does capture Mewtwo, surprisingly, with Charizard, who Mega Evolved, because that is the one note that they do change up in Generation, is Red's Charizard, who is using the Harpie, bingo. Team Rocket is in an uproar over some intruder. That's she, right? Oh yeah, and because you have infiltrated the building, he's making an uproar about it. The Team Rocket is not happy about you being here. We're gonna go back up to 4 or 5, right? Yeah, we're gonna go here. Or one of these floors is supposed to let me heal. Oh, you know what? I need to take the warp from here. Not that warp. That warp leads us to plot. We want this warp. Because this warp leads us to 9. And then we can heal. But yeah, that is basically a synopsis of what goes on here with Team Rocket. In yellow version, Jesse and James are here. You battle them before you battle Giovanni, just like you would battle the amount of rockets that are waiting outside of the president's office in Generation 1. Funny enough, these tiles, these warp tiles, they do get used in the series. Uh, they're used in Gen 3 actually, which gives them the update. They're used for no, they don't use in Gen 2. Yeah, they're used in Gen 2 because Gen 1 they're used here in Silco. Then Sabrina uses them. Then they're used later on in Gen. They're reused in Gen 2 for Sabrina's gym and in some portions of like Gen 2 stuff. Then they're used in Gen 3 for Team Magma, Team Aqua's hideout um, in Lily Cove. They're used in Gen 4 for Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. They're not using Gen 5. They're using Gen 6 for Valerie's gym. They're used in. They're not using Gen 7. No, there's platforms they're using Gen 7. The Aether Foundation. Gen 8, no. Although, well, let's get Eevee and Pikachu remakes, they're reused that. And then they're not reusing Gen 9. So, yeah. The staple of the warp points only have a certain amount of time that they can use. But they're basically used to warp you from one area to another. And they go from these circles, they go from these squares into circles. With hollow, with green neon light S lights coming out of them. He using the warp. So, yeah. That's a bit of the backstory with the warp points here. And yeah, we're just gonna be beating up Team Rocket. We have a plethora of items here. Welcome to the Discord. So good of you to join us. Yeah, cause you gotta do a whole lot of going back and forth to get through here. Oh, new Pokemon, Machamp. You want for Machamp? Pure fighting type, guts versatility. Just a bulkier Machamp. Still pick core special defense, which Harpie is about to exploit. With her sidekick attack. Well, its sidekick attack. I always refer to Starmie as a girl, because most of the time I've seen Starmie's been with female trainers. It's not my fault, but I'm hoping. Which is also funny too, because a lot of generations give Starmie, well, all the generations give Starmie, then Starmie has no gender. Ultra Ball, Rare Candy, and Carbos. Carbos increases the speed of her Pokemon. I'll be giving Carbos to Starmie. Raise up Starmie's base special defense. Speed attack. We got another Rare Candy, and we got PPL. I know we've been at the PPL. We got the Carbos. I think the Hyper Potion, and yeah, that's pretty much about it. So yeah, I'm just opening up everything I possibly can with the Harpie. Wow, I'm so scared. Oh, we're here to help. So that leads, one of these leads to the same floor. This leads to 4-4. Alright. Open up the card key. Full heal. Escape rope. Max Revive, that fully revives the Pokemon that has fainted. It's better than a revive. This guy here, he's exclusive to this game. Oh no, he's not. I'm sorry, I'm thinking of the wrong one. One is season. Oh, you already switched off. Never mind. We'll take that guy. The doors are electrically locked. It takes a car key to open. Oh no, he's good. Okay. Once we're sure, we're on floor 6 again. Alright, car key open. Start HP up. And X special. Okay. You need to take on. And those are more of the innocent victims that have been reported by Team Rocket. Oh, I didn't talk about my main character at all in the series. So this trainer we're playing, she is referred to as Elise. She is a iteration of the female trainer from the manga known as Green. Green does have an official artwork for the games, as well as having official artwork in representation in the Pokemon game. Uh, she gets seen in Let's Go Eevee Pikachu, and you actually have a battle with her. After I think you return to um, what is it, Cerulean Cave, and that's when you encounter her in the Pokemon battle. Team Rocky came and took over the building. Team Rocket is trying to conquer the world with Pokemon. They must have targeted Silpho for our Pokemon product. The man next to me, he is such a coward. Oh dear, please help me. Please. Look, some people do get scared. How dare you retreat now? But I've never heard of knock out of that guy get wanting to join him at the Nugget Bridge. But yeah, this is basically what Team Rocket is up to. They're taking over the building, and we gotta stop them, which we do. But yeah, her name is Leaf. She is seen in the Fire Red, Leaf Green expansion for the Pokemon manga. Her ace, I believe, is Blastoise. Yeah, it should be Blastoise, because Red has Venusaur, and Blue will have Charizard. If you're reading it in Japanese, the boy is green, but she is still referred to as excuse me, in the manga. Just because of the iterations of when she's introduced. Red is not called Fire; he's still called Red. But yeah, she is the iteration that's supposed to represent the Gen 3 female protagonist, because it was up until Gen 2, I believe, where Crystal version, you're able to play as the girl character, who her name is Crystal in the manga, Chris in the anime, and Lyra in the remake of Heart Gold and Soul Silver. So, yeah. Like I said, this portion of it's going to be long because we're going to be taking on all of the trainers that we possibly can here in the Silpho building. I do need to rush back to 4-5 so I can heal my Pokemon. That way I don't run out of PP and stuff like that. Because there is one other, because while we go through the plot, there is one gym battle. One mandatory battle we have to do on our way to the president. So, right? Coughing. I don't know what should happen. Even though, yeah, it would help Starmie with the level up. I haven't given Starmie the PP up so that Starmie can, have more psychic attacks to one. Alright, and coughing. That's also simply just because Kadabra is like 16 levels ahead of this Pokemon, almost 17 levels, and has not only type matchup, but special stat is on fleek, and that's what I haven't used since Jesus Christ ages. Let me check out my Dugtrio. Sadly enough, Dugtrio does not learn Earthquake till late levels. So, yeah, if you were hoping for Dugtrio to do some sporadic stuff, Magnitude, Dig, and Mudslap are basically what it's going to be doing. I rarely use Kite, and funny enough, once we get to Victory Road, I'm getting rid of Kite so that I can keep it from lose strength. Because we will be needing strength in the Indigo Plateau. Well, we're needing for Victory Road, just Victory Road, and all the Pokemon games just happens to be the one dungeon where you're going to need access to as many teams as possible. Luckily enough, you don't need access to the TM Flash, um, Rock, Flash, Surf, all of that. You just need strength. Because it's still centered around how the original game is centered around. Where are we going to take 4, 4? I know one of these says 3 to 5. This is 10. So actually, you know what, let's go back to 4, 4. And then just walk up. Oh yeah, there's a... You're here. TM21 tournaments. And then earlier we got TM01 Focus Blast. Focus Punch. Focus Punch is a fighting type move that takes a turn to charge. And then when it does charge, it will knock your opponent out. I thought I was... Which score is this? Oh, it's 4-9. I don't think it was 4. Well, here's all the other scores we'll be going to do. That's 4-6, which we've been 4-7. We just need to walk past him. 4-8. Walk right past him. Go up. And back to 4-9. So, yeah. Well, like I said, we're going to be exploring all the floors because we're going to be taking on all these trainers so that I can get some experience and stuff. Also, I think in just a few minutes I want to take a small break because laundry, but I don't think the other person in the house took out their laundry from the dryer yet. So just know that if I cut through, that I'm cutting through to get my laundry sorted. Because I have 2 loads of laundry I need to do. Luckily, I'm trying to do them as soon as possible. So I'm going to try to add me in the phone. And a whole lot of people are on right now. But, and stupid. Oh, I cannot end Metro in these apps. Metro Zone? I thought I stopped that. Alright. So let's keep it going, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me. Level 37. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and use the PDF on starting cycle. And then while we're at it, starting moving. So, rapid cycle. Yeah, we put it up 14. I think the final four is 411. Yeah, because that's what the president and Giovanni are. Zinc. Nope. Where are we going now? You're causing us problems. Good. Oh shit. I mean, as long as I have electric attack, I should be fine. Okay, it doesn't. Alright. Copy this. I wonder if self-cover. Nope. Oh. Wow, that just eats there. And it's Lisa 4 too. Okay, so I can free these areas now too. So floor 2. Eek! No, stop. I'm thinking you're not listening, Rocky. Forgive me. She teaches you Thunder Wave. Yeah, this is the new trigger that will teach you T-Wave. Help, I'm a typical employee. No, you're not. Fate. There's more grinders, nuts, coffee. Excuse me. Also, Fireburn Fire type is really fun too. Probably go around the grass and go look for Vulpix. Because Vulpix is probably the only fire type that I know that will learn Flamethrower as soon as possible. He learns Flamethrower at level 29. So, and I have one type of Vulpix that I want to catch, and that's Calm Nature. If not Calm, Timid or Modest. Timid for the speed, Modest for the special attack, and Calm for the special defense. But it does focus on more in the physical attack, which you don't really need a Vulpix or Ninetales for. So, eat that Psychic. Level 32. Nice. Oh, there was a room I overlooked, and I wanted to show it to you guys. This one. So this is, that's a juggler. We don't care about him. I think we do. You're only on 4 or 5. You have a long way to my boss. Yeah. So, this here, it says Pokemon Report. The Pokemon Lab created Porygon, the first virtual reality Pokemon. That is true. That is the indication of Porygon's origin, but that it was created on a computer through program. Pokemon Report. There are some Pokemon that can confirm to evolve through trade, and that is 4 of them. Graveler, Graveler into Golem, Kadabra into Alakazam, Gengar into Haunter into Gengar, and Machoke into Machamp. This year, since Pokemon Report, there are over 350 Pokemon techniques that have been confirmed. That is true. I think that is also replaced one. I forget which one is supposed to replace. Team Rocket Oh yeah, we've been here, but I didn't get a chance to read those. And yeah, that's just Gen 1's alteration, indication of what Pokemon are able to be traded. I need to go back to floor 9, because I need to do 8 and 7 too. Shotgun. So I can. I'll come back in after we've healed. Alright. So it's just 7. Oh, let's see. Alright. I guess I gotta go down it. Alright. Oh, iron. That is for defense. Have I used the zinc yet? No, zinc raises special defense. Iron raises regular defense. Iron I give to you. Excuse me. Zinc I'm gonna give to you. TM08 bulk up. Raises. It's like Common but for physical stats. Ups defense, ups attack. Nice, Starmie's level 33. Oh yeah, and it's the only move Starmie can learn through leveling up. Confuse Ray, and we're not learning it. Sadly, this is the only ghost move Starmie can learn. No Shadow Ball, but oh, Confuse Ray. Cause you got a soul for that. Broke my headphones. Yeah, they did. Oh. Sorry, my I was listening. My other headphones went out, and I normally use them to like do other stuff. Yeah, the fact that scientists, there's another side I got to mention. Yeah, the scientists have took over. They infiltrated the Silco building undercover. Sadly enough, none of these electrodes are facing no any electrical attacks. I don't even think the Magnemites or Magnetons know any electrical attacks. I think they just know Sonic Boom, Supersonic. That's it. I don't think they know any other moves. Like, I don't think they learned any electrical moves. This is sad because they're supposed to know electric type moves. At least at that point, they should know Spark. Calcium. Mm-hmm. Yep, and here it goes. Team Rocket is after the Master Ball to catch any Pokemon. And we will guided Team Rocket to go to Silph or a Pokemon. So this is all the area we can explore right now. I think it's the last of the last of the 4 Rocket Brothers. This is the only one I haven't cooking on. With 2 Cubone. Check on this too. I think that should be all of them except the mandatory battle. Poison there. Okay. So before we do anything else, actually we have everything we need. So now we're gonna continue on plot. And funny enough, Blue's here. And then he tried to help us with Team Rocket. So this is your next battle with Blue, and yeah, it's mandatory. Blue starts out the battle with PGI at level 37. Keen Eye Flexibility, meaning it doesn't use any accuracy during battle. With the moves Return, Quick Attack, Aerial Ace, and Wing Attack. Yeah, this thing is a nasty threat to deal with in terms of flying type moves. The return is actually really good on this because of the fact that it's a friendship type of situation. Oh, it's Wing Attack and not Aerial Ace. Okay, well, still did privately nothing. But Wing Attack, Quick Attack, Return, and I'm gonna say maybe Sand Attack still? If it has it? Damn, I did literally that. Oh, yeah, that's a problem still. Nice. Next up on his team is Gyarados. Gyarados level 35, Intimidate Flexibility with the moves Waterfall, Bite, Thrash, and Leaf. You might have Twist for the Dragon moves, so also something to note about. And thankfully, no, not at this point. It's not gonna have Hydro Pump. Although I think in Generation 1 still does know the Hydro Pump. Next up is Execute. They're rocking the same moves: Hypnosis, Barrage, Confusion, and Leech Seed. So they're really... Is it too much going on for these pile of eggs? Oh, it's Stun Spore now, okay. So it's Stun Spore, Sleep, Hypnosis, Barrage, and maybe, Confusion? I don't really know the moveset too much for a lot of Pokemon, so bear with me. The two-shotting was Execute was worth it, though, because it gets it out the way. At level 38, too. And Charlie has Chloroplast ability as well, so it speeds up during the sun. Alright, next up, is his Alakazam, level 35. Synchronized for its ability, meaning that if status conditions are moved to it, you will move it to the Pokemon and inflict it. With the moves Calm Mind, Disable, Psychic, and Sighting. We're just gonna go ahead for the Charge Attack. Oh, Future Sight. Oh, I'm sorry, because I bad Pokemon fan. Actually, no, I don't need to get a Psychic yet. It's one level below Psychic. But yeah, this is my favorite Pokemon. This is Alakazam. And I love this design for Alakazam. It's very amazing. And Alakazam rocking the Fumation. Huh, how about that? But yeah, one of the most powerful Psychic type Pokemon in the game. And you can only obtain that Pokemon through trade. Don't worry, we'll see more of Alakazam pretty soon, because we will have a battle with Alakazam. Next up is the last Pokemon on Red's team. It is Charizard. His highest level Pokemon, I believe level 40? Yeah, level 40. Blaze for its ability with the moves Fire Spin, Metal Claw, Wing Attack, and it might have, Slash. There we go. Slash is his other move. Yeah, this thing dual type. Fire and Flying. If this was, oh, it's Scary Face. Okay. So the switch up is, Venusaur would be level 40 with the moves Vine Whip, Sleep Powder, Poison Powder, and Synthesis. Blastoise would be level 40 with the moves Water Gun, Withdraw, Headbutt, and Skull Bat. But no, we should... Ooh, Flamethrower! Really? Flame? I didn't expect it to have Flamethrower. But, shit, I don't have too many options. Let's try to get Rayme in there with a quick attack. Maybe shall beat him. Not very much. Fuck, I forget how bulky and speedy Charizard can be. Yeah, Charizard is the final ball form of Charmander and can be a nasty threat to deal with. And this is probably one of the rare cases where you get to see Charizard, so take advantage of that if you will. And with that, Psychic on the Charizard, so you're ready to battle Team Rocket, the boss of Rocket. And to move up ahead, checking on my Pokedex. Yeah, you literally came here just to be a dick. But he tells us about the Elite Four and becoming Pokemon champion. So yeah, that's nice. Also, this guy here, if you talk to him, he says, "Oh, hi, I'm not a Rocket. You can save us." Why, thank you. I want to get out of this Pokemon for saving us. And we get Lapras. We get one of the smartest Pokemon in this. And we're going to actually name this Lapras Nessa, in resemblance to the gym leader in the gallery, who is actually named after Loch Ness. Because the Galar region is supposed to be based off of Europe, which is now 2 areas that are named after Europe. So, yeah. Lapras becomes Generation 2's Surf icon. Yeah, the Surf icon in Gen 2 becomes Lapras. Gen 1 is just a seal, or the influence of the mammal water Pokemon. And then in Generation 2, it's Lapras. Gen 3, it's a Whelmer. Gen 4, it's a Sharkpedo. Or you're on the back of something that looks like a Sharkpedo. Gen 5, same is you're on a Whelmer-esque looking creature. Gen 6 is weird. If it's not Blastoise or Lapras, who you'll see their model for, it's basically some type of Whelmer-esque looking thing. And they did it for Omega Ruby off the South Side too, since that introduced Whelmer. Gen 7, you get Sharkpedo, and you get Lapras, that are ride Pokemon that you can use in that game. And then Gen 8, your bike allows you to swim over water. It's like flotation devices on the bike, and it makes the bike become a bit of a surf. Basically, yeah, a water bike. Gen 9, your Pokemon, your legendary of that gen has the ability to surf over water. So you don't have to worry about TMs and HMs in that game, because they're all attached to your legendary who will be helping you. So, if we were in Generation 1, yellow version, we would be dealing with Team Rocket from the jump. We will be dealing with Jesse and James at this point, but we are not. We're going to be dealing with, I believe, 1 or 2 lone Rockets. No double battles, just some lone Rockets. So, a lone Rocket. Alright. So, let's get this battle started, shall we? Well, I believe this Rocket is rocking Cubone, Sandslash, and maybe Arbok? Otherwise, Jesse and James, and then we'll have their full team of Meowth, Arbok, and Weezy to take you on. So, okay. Alright, try attack. Oh, the can is man, Kilo didn't. Let's see. So what's the last Pokemon? Ooh, Uproar. Yeah, we'll run Uproar. We can get rid of Ow. Since I have not used it at all. I actually was going to put Aerial Ace on Dotrio. But I think they learn it. Oh, the last Pokemon is Marowak. this is not going to be an issue at all. What is going to be an issue is Giovanni's Pokemon. Oh, nice, we got the freeze. Kind of was hoping to get the freeze later on. But, hey, beggars don't be choosers. Funny enough, in Pokemon Stadium, if one of your Pokemon was frozen and the other two were knocked out, that would be considered a KO. Because you do not have a Pokemon that is able to battle. Luckily enough, in later gens, they do the defrost mechanic, where after a certain amount of turns, the ice will melt. And I think for fire Pokemon, they're either immune to it or the freeze period is cut short. And then also remember, abilities have to be themed too. So, Thick Fat and stuff would come into play. Thick Fat's an ability that will half the damage from ice and fire type moves. Alright. Our team is healed up, and now it's time to take on Bonnie. I'm going to take the Emerald Coin and get that to start me. And actually, I'm going to, what's going to use? Everstone. So I'm going to move, switch Dodo with Starmie. That looks to the up. That trio to the Alright. And now we will be moving back to the room where Giovanni is. On the 11th floor. Yeah, there's only 11 floors in Silphico. Let's be grateful of that, because there are some dungeons that have a multitude of rooms. So, use car key here, it'll open the door, and now we confront Giovanni. Ah, Green, we meet again. The president and I were discussing a vital business proposition. Keep your nose out of grown-up matters, or experience a world of pain. So like I said, this is the battle in which Red loses in Pokemon Origins to Giovanni, and he makes his escape. Giovanni's team is now changed. He has Nidorino, level 37. Poison point visibility, meaning that any physical contact will poison the opponent's Pokemon. With the moves Double Kick, Horn Attack, I want to say Leer, and Takedown. Actually, no, I'm thinking of Gen. So he'll probably have Double Kick, Poison Sting, maybe Peck, and Double Kick. So yeah, Nidorino is the evolved form of Nidoran male, since the purple. Pretty cool Pokemon, very bulky. But yeah, still Pokemon I literally dropped this Pokemon like in later gens. Alright, Nido Queen, because Giovanni's not playing around. Nidorino's the evolved form of Nidoran female. Nido Queen, she is level 41. Poison point for her ability as well. She has the moves Earthquake, Double Kick, Poison Sting, and Bite. Nido Queen is nothing too much. She can only be evolved with Nidorino using a Moon Stone. Which is funny enough because I have two of the weaknesses that she has. She's Poison Ground, so Psychic or Circle works fine. Going for the Double Kick. Oh, I'm surprised you're not going for the Bite or the Earthquake. But, yeah, Nido Queen is gonna start being his ace for this battle. Which I'm actually quite surprised he burnt her out now. He normally will wait to break her out. But I guess he had a better choice than do it, just do it now. Kangaskhan is also in his team as well. Level 35 with Limber for its ability, meaning can be paralyzed. With the moves Dizzy Punch, Thrash, Headbutt, and Bite. So we're gonna try our best to whittle this thing down as much as we can. If we have to switch, we will just switch. Oh, Tail Wrap! Oh, I actually didn't actually keep that move. Maybe just to lower my defenses so the other moves could hit. Like Headbutt and Dizzy Punch. Dizzy Punch tends to be Kangaskhan's signature move. It's a physical type attack that will confuse the opponent when hit. It didn't go for the Dizzy Punch. Really? That's a weird synopsis. And his last Pokemon is Rhyhorn, who is level 37, Rocket for its ability, with the moves Rock Blast, Rock Blast, Takedown, Headbutt, and Tail Whack. Well, yeah, just another iteration of Surf, do your thing. And that's it. That is Giovanni defeated. And there are no changes between his teams in any of the generations when you're facing him here. So yeah, Team Rocket is gone, and let's talk to the professor, to the president. He says, "Oh dear girl." Well, he'll say, "Oh boy, oh dear boy," if you're playing as the male character. Thank you for saving yourself, though. I will never forget you saving us in our moment of peril. I have to thank you in some way, please. Because I'm rich, I can give you any. Here, maybe this will do. And you get the Master Ball from the president. Not a whole bunch of money, but he gives you the Master Ball. So yeah, that is basically the Master Ball. It was something that Giovanni and Team Rocket came here to steal. I am not going to be using the Master Ball at this moment, so what I'm going to do is, well, go to the item and discard it. Oh, I can discard the Master Ball. Oh, that's right. They made that something in Generation. They made that something weird in this game. You can't discard the Master Ball onto the PC. I think there might have been a glitch or something in Gen 3 that could duplicate items. So that's probably why they didn't do that here with the Master Ball. So in the other games, you can discard the Master Ball up until Generation 4 and above, where you have to keep all the Pokeballs and stuff in the park. And all you really do is consumable items to be moved. But for Pokemon, we have Lapras, level 25. Water Absorb for its ability, meaning if it's hit with water moves, it will increase its HP. Water Ice type. So this is probably one of our first Water Ice type Pokemon. And most people actually do go for Lapras, just because it's an easy target for a Surf. If you've already gotten it from Koga. Well, if you got it from Safari Zone and you've beaten Koga. Body Slam, Perish Song, Confuse Ray, Miss. If this was Gen 1, it'd be Water Gun, Body Slam, Confuse Ray, and Miss. Yeah, I don't know why they neglected to give to give Lapras a water move, but they just outright didn't give Lapras a water move. You can't just teach it, sir. And later on, I believe Dive and Waterfall are here as well, so you can easily teach those to Lapras. But yeah, that is it. That is all of Silph Co, and you do have the card key, so if you want to visit all the floors, and just to make sure that you've gotten everything here in Silph Co, I would advise doing that. Because Silph Co still keeps this music, even after you leave. But once you leave, regular people are walking around Saffron City. Yay, Team Rocket is gone. It's safe to come out again. Yeah, all the people were inside their homes. They did not want to leave because they were afraid of Team Rocket. You beat Team Rocket all alone? That's amazing. This house here. Thank you for writing. I hope to see you soon. Hey, don't look at my letter. This is the letter that was sent to. I've given a PP up as a gift. It can be used to increase the PP of a Pokemon's move. I should use it on a powerful move with only a few PP. That's an indication of what PP up is and what you should definitely use it on. This boy here, she says, Copycat is cute. I'm getting her a Pokédoll. And what is this? Oh, Pidgey. Oh, I couldn't tell because I'm like far away from it. But yeah. So that was, yeah, we're gonna explore the houses that we couldn't explore because they were cut off by Team Rocket. My daughter is so self-centered. She has but a few friends. Hi, Kinsey. And then talk to the father. He says, my daughter likes to mimic people. It's rather vexing. Her mimicry has earned her the nickname Copycat around here. Yeah, so this is the Copycat's house. That's her right there. And funny enough, yeah, the only Pokemon that you'll see here being moved around is her Doduo, who knows the move Mirror Move. Mirror Move is the final move that most of the flying types of Generation 1 can learn, with I think the exception of No, I didn't even PTO the other can learn it as well. It's a flying type move that basically mimics the last move that your opponent used. So say for instance, if they use Leer, you mirror move, you use Leer. If they use Fire Blast, mirror move, you use Fire Blast. It all works out on its own. She also here has some Pokédolls. She has a Jigglypuff, and a Pikachu. However, in Generation 4, they give her an addition. They actually don't even give her, it's not even a doll, it's actually a Pokemon. They give her a Banette, which is a Generation 3 Pokemon. He says, hi, you mess like Pokemon. No, not me. I ask you. Pardon, you're weird. Copycat, huh? Quit mimicking me. That's my favorite hobby. So yeah, if you give her a Pokédoll, she'll stop doing the mimicking of you. That she basically just mimicked her, so that it annoyed her. And she will be able to teach you Mimic, which is a move that copies the last move your opponent used. In Generation 1, the only time in Generation 1, Mimic copied any move in your opponent's move pool. So whatever move they had, you copied. This guy here, I flew on my Pidgeot when I read Silph Co. Oh, is it over? Oh, I missed the media action. Loser. Anyway, so yeah, all the people are out of their homes and they are roaming around the city. The people fled to their homes, drove in droves when Team Rocket came. They should be flocking back into Sapphire now, which is true. And I think if you talk to some of the people in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, or in Generation 2 in general, they also mentioned that as well, about the incident of Team Rocket taking over Silph Co. And I don't know if I mentioned it, but in Silph Co, in Gen 2 Silph Co, or in Gen 4 Silph Co, they also mentioned the fact that they talked about the incident as well, and said when they heard that Team Rocket was trying to take over the radio tower, they upped their security and blocked off the entrance. You can't go upstairs to see Silph Co. Some say that may be just a thing that Gen 2 didn't have enough room to fit in anything for Silph Co. And also the benefit is that the guy that's there in front of the stairs gives you upgrade, which you can equip to a Porygon and evolve it into Porygon 2, which is a Pokemon that is the evolution of Porygon. Really an okay Pokemon, really good in special stats, and has a ton of special moves that it can learn. Alright, so let's keep going. Pokemon growth at different rates with different species. That's true. Team Rocket took off, and we can go outside 16. I believe they say something different if Team Rocket is there. Silph Co is widely known to all. It's a victim of its own fame. It attracted Team Rocket. Yeah, that sucks. Our Pokemon are healing. So, are you not? Let's just heal them again. So, yeah. That's basically all the stuff we needed to do with Silph Co. So now we can take on the next bit of challenges, which are the gyms inside Prime City. That's right, you heard me. I said gyms. The official and the unofficial. We're going to go to the unofficial gym first, which is the Fighting Dojo. So, brief history on the Fighting Dojo. This used to be the original gym for the Pokemon, for Sapphire. Till Sabrina came in and she psychicked all of them away, including the Karate Master. I'm going to put Doduo in the front of the party because Doduo is going to be a great asset to this next piece. Yeah, the Fighting Dojo. They specialize in, of course, you guessed it, fighting type Pokemon. And you're going to see basically all of Kanto's fighting type Pokemon in this area. So, except to see Machops, Primates, Hitmonlees, Hitmonchins, yeah, all the fighting types in this gym are going to be in this dojo. Hold on one second. Okay guys, I will be right back in just a few minutes. I got something to do. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Oh, my hand's Alright, so I'm back. Damn, this would be nice to have drill pack. If I can get up to 2 more levels, I can get to level 35, and then I can use the rare candies to jump me to level 37, where I'll learn drill pack. Ooh, seismic toss. Oh, also we haven't talked about this Pokemon. Primate. This is Mankey's evolved form. Pure fighting type, anger point fertility. Meaning that it can't be put to... Is it anger point? No, it has a viral spirit. Meaning it can't be put to sleep. And just another one of those fighting type Pokemon that you see, you're like, oh, this is really good, but late game and stuff, no. Funny enough, Generation 9 gives it an evolution. Into, I forget what the name of the Pokemon is. Oh, 1 second.
You never started watching it.
Yeah. Okay, so, yeah, so yeah, it gets an evolution in Generation 9. So it's a ghost fighting type, and apparently according to the story of the Pokemon, it got so angry that it died. And anyone that attacks is anger, which is a ghost type move that only it can learn. And that is part of the reason why it does what it does. Like, it's very weird. It's hilarious at the same time. Like, the Pokemon that's known for being angry dies and evolves through death. Pokemon is weird. Alright, so if we battle a few more Pokemon, we should be able to level up. Which I think if we take on these two, we will be. Because right there is the Dojo Master. So, let's talk about the dojo itself. So, the fighting dojo used to originally be Saffron's gym. Till Sabrina, her psychic Pokemon, came in and started whooping face. And because of that, it caused the fighting dojo just to basically be where it is. Next to the gym and a weak point. And I mean, it would have been nice to have Kanto represented with 9 gyms, but they wanted an 8 gym league, so that's exactly what ended up happening. It's weird because you never had it's only a rare occasion where Pokemon has will have gyms in terms of, like, these are multiple gyms in this area. The only time they've ever done that is, Generation 2 having Kanto and Johto, Gen 5 having the other 2 gyms that were in that region basically be locked behind post-game. And then only because of the fact that their post-game story is that they didn't want to be gym leaders anymore. So they relinquished their titles as gym leaders to the other gym leaders. And there were 2 new gym leaders that became present. Which is funny because both of them do appear in the anime. Like all 10 gym leaders in Gen 5. So you see the Waiter Brother, Chili, Crest, and Silent. Then you'll see Lenora, who is in that game, because it represents Generation 5 throughout. So you see all of the gym leaders in Gen 5. You see Bird, Elisa, Skyla, Clay, Bird, and who else? Oh, yeah, because his name is after Iceberg. So yeah, Bird. And then you see Burge, who is the bug type gym leader. Then you see Roxy, and then Sharon becomes gym leader in in part 2 of Generation 5, Black and White 2. He becomes your first gym leader, and actually becomes more of a mentor to you, next to Alder in that game. Then on top of that, ooh, cross chop. That's a really powerful fighting type move. But it has really piss poor accuracy and it can miss. But it does extremely large amounts of damage. And Primate's next, okay. So yeah, it is a lot of stuff going on with this gym. So yeah, there's a lot that goes on. A knockout. Nice. So alright, we have now successfully, we're gonna get Dojo to Go Trio. Simply now by just using the rare candies. Where are my rare candies? Oh, there they go. So yeah, we're gonna use both of these rare candies on Doduo. Doduo is now level 36. We're gonna remove the Everstone. We're gonna give Doduo the other rare candy. Oh, let me get the animation to see the rare candy we use. Right, Doduo is now level 37. Doduo was our drill pack. One of originally an upgrade to pet with more damage, and we're gonna get rid of Uproar. Because Tri Attack is our strongest normal type move that we have access to. Because we can't learn any other normal type move. But for leveling, for being patient, at level 30 is when Doduo evolves. But I was being patient enough to hit level 37. And now we have Dotrio. So Dotrio is, like I said earlier, the evolved form of Doduo, rocking 3 heads instead of 2. Also maybe the ostrich, because this thing can't fly. I'm also going to give it an the HP up, so that its max HP is increased. And Drill Pack, which we just recently learned. Let's look at that. Drill Pack, 80 power, 100% accuracy. A corkscrew attack with a sharp beak acting as a drill. Funny enough, in later gens, Drill Run becomes a move. It's a move I believe in Generation 5 that Escadrill is one of the few Pokemon that claim it, as well as its pre-evolution Drillbur. Basically, you form into a drill-like shape and you inflict damage to your opponent. While it's supposed to be something good on Dodrio, you don't get a stab boost from Drill Run, which I don't think really matters to most people because people try to use Drill Run as an access point, to take out their opponent. So yeah, that is the reason why Dodrio is here, because Dodrio rocks, and I didn't want the typical PGI. I didn't want the hearsay of and I didn't want to rock out with Fearow, because Fearow would have learned Aerial Ace, but I didn't want to wait too long for Aerial Ace. So yeah, there's basically the moveset that we have now for our fight in the team. And with that said, we only have one more trainer to battle in the Fighting Dojo, and that is of course the Fighting Dojo Master himself. They all in the original game are black belts. Black belts are the fighting type trainers in the series. Karate Master, yeah, that's about him used to being the gym leader, and then that was all slipped away from him. So Koichi, the Black Belt Master, has Hitmonchan and Hitmonchan. We were actually supposed to meet these Pokemon here, but, you know, I did my out-of-sequence stuff. I mean, you can really do what you want in Kanto. You just have to know what your roadblocks lead you. Because once you can get access to Saffron with the T, you can come to the gym. You can come to the dojo. Just that the Pokemon are going to be stronger than you if you haven't trained them up yet. Because there are Koga levels at this point. And then Sabrina and Koga's Pokemon are basically at the same level as this one. But yeah, that was Hitmonchan, the Kicking the Fiend. And here is Hitmonchan, the Punching Fiend. I do believe Hitmonchan has Thunder Punch and Ice Punch in his move pool. Sadly enough, the elemental punches are based on their elements: fire, ice, and electric. Meaning that they are only submissive to the Pokemon of those types. And because those 3 types are special, Hitmonchan really isn't going to get much benefit from those moves. Also, this is Drop Type, which is a devastating 80 power, 100% accuracy move that I just couldn't wait to put on Dodrio. And yeah, I even sacrificed a lot to get Dodrio to do so. So, indeed, I have lost, but I beseech you, do not take our emblem as a trophy. In return, I want to give you a prize fighting type Pokemon. So you have the options to choose between the Kicking Fiend and the Punching King. So you can get either Hitmonlee or Hitmonchan. Now it doesn't matter which one you choose because luckily enough in this game you can breed. So if you wanted Hitmonchan, you can breed post game and get Tyrogue, their pre-evolution. Tyrogue is pure fighting type. I believe it has Guts for its ability, and it has the ability to evolve into 3 different Pokemon. The first up is Hitmonlee, which I think its offense needs to be more than its defense. Physical defense, I should say. If its physical defense is more than its physical offense, then it will become Hitmonchan. Then, if both of them are equal, Tyrogue becomes Hitmontop, the spinner Pokemon. And is the only Pokemon in the series that have access to the move Triple Kick. It's a decent fighting type, but it's not very remarkable. It spins on its head. You actually see the beta version of Hitmontop. That thing is crazy. But for this, will not be getting Hitmonlee. I will be getting Hitmonchan. I will be getting the Punching Fiend, because why? Breeding. And I will actually be naming this Pokemon Chan. As a reference to it, these Pokemon's names are not the same in the Japanese version. I think both of their names are actually based off of Japanese Thai boxing and Muay Thai, which is why they're one punches and one kicks. I think the one that kicks is based off the Muay Thai fighter, and the one that punches is based off the boxing fight, about the boxing champion in Japan. Also with that said, I think Tyrogue is more so based off of just the combination of fighting styles in its Japanese name. And Tyrogue's pretty cool looking baby Pokemon. Yeah, there was another baby Pokemon added to the series in Gen 2, just so that it could do some basic stats. That's the kind of the thing about Pokemon, is that they don't try to buff stats often for types. They end up just giving Pokemon babies instead of having just to up stats for types of the Pokemon. So, we've done everything we could. This is the only gym leader on the mainland that we have not battled, excluding the 8th gym. It is time to take on the mistress of Psychic type Pokemon, Sabrina. At this point in time, Venusaur will no longer be useful to your party. I'm not saying that as a negative thing, I'm saying that as a thing to be very cautious of. So right now we have 48 Pokemon in our Pokédex. That's actually pretty cool. Sabrina, the mistress of Psychic type Pokemon. Because of her typing, if you're rocking Venusaur, I would suggest you not rock Venusaur unless Venusaur is high enough level to take on the gym. Or higher than the Pokemon in the gym, because the highest level Pokemon in the gym is going to be 43. And that belongs to Sabrina. So, the reason for this is because Venusaur is half poison. Poison type Pokemon are weak to Psychic. Do not bring a fighting type or poison type in this gym because they are both weak to Psychic. Do not do that. You're dumb. You're stupid. Sadly enough, Generation 1 does not have us real access to any Pokemon that have any physical type moves. And Dark is still special in Gen 3. So, yeah, your outs to Sabrina were Bug, Dark, and a Resistance of Steel. Since the only Steel type in the game happens to have really shit move pool, Magnemite and Magneton, your only outfit is to find someone who has really good special defense, but has really good physical attack, which that's rare. And then a Bug type Pokemon or a Dark type move set that can really benefit you. Too bad all the Bugs in this gen kind of don't have really good move pools. And the one outfit that you would have probably used would either be Pincer or Scyther. Don't learn any really good bug type moves till late game. So for this, I chose to try to use some glass cannons to try to deal with Sabrina. So, champion in the making, what do you have to say? Yo, champion in the making, Sabrina is a user of psychic powers instead of force. Fighting type Pokemon are especially weak to psychic type Pokemon. They will destroy you before they can even aim a punch. The gimmick of Sabrina's gym is that we have these warp tiles. For the most part, most Gen 6s have these weird gym tiles. The music that well, not the music, but the sound that these tiles make. This is the same music that is used in Generation 3 Remake for Emerald, where Emerald does a warp panel situation with its psychic type gym leaders, Tate and Liza. Lucky that Tate and Liza already have, by the time you get to Tate and Liza, you have dark types and ghosts ready for that. Anyway, the trainers in this gym, new trainer class, and probably the only time you'll ever see this trainer class. Psychic, that's what they use. Psychic, yeah. Psychic type trainers always use psychic type Pokemon. They will occasionally use maybe a ghost or two just to offset a few weaknesses. But yeah, welcome to the psychic type gym that uses psychic type Pokemon. Most of the psychic types that you'll see here are some you've already encountered, like Slowpoke. You'll see Slowbro. You'll occasionally see a couple of ghosts that you encounter. Yeah, the Saffron gym tries sort of variety with the psychic types because there's a fuck ton of psychic type Pokemon in the series. And it's actually in Generation 1 because there's a fuck ton of psychic types in Generation 1. So they try their best to do that. They kind of flop it, not gonna lie, because there could be like a better range of it. But yeah, this is where they go to. So yeah, psychics. I actually like the look of the psychics here. In Generation 1, psychics were basically little boys with bolt pets, and they were wearing white coats. I think it pays homage to how psychics were treated, like they were outcasts, and they honed their psychic powers. As you can see, oh, by the way, this is Slowbro. This is Slowpoke's evolution. Very bulky water-type Pokemon. And on the back of it, that is actually a Shelder, who, when Shelders clamp onto the tails of Slowpokes, it is causing them to evolve, according to the anime and even a bit of the manga. Where that Shelder's still alive, it just looks like a giant spiky mace. Does Slowpoke use it? Only if you teach an Iron Tail. Slowpoke is one of the few cases where a water type Pokemon actually learn a fire type move, because in Slowpoke's move pool, you can teach it Flamethrower. I didn't know that until I actually started playing around with TMs. But you can Slowbro Flamethrower. It's actually really good though, because it'll help it with its weakness to grass type, especially when the pure grass types start floating around, like Blossom in them. But also good against the dual types of grass as well. Even though it can use Ice Beam to cover its weakness of those that are flyers, and only real weakness it has to cover is just its ground weakness, its weakness to electricity. But if it's bulky enough, it can deal with that. So yeah, alright. Sabrina's gym, basically, we're just going to navigate through it. And most of the opponents in this gym are going to be psychic. So take advantage of it as you can. I was going to rock Go Trio just to rock the physical stats that Go Trio has, which is Glass Cannon. Just so I can take out things. Jesus Christ, they got every array of Pokemon that actually use. But we're gonna try our best to take out everything that we possibly can. Oh, nice. That was even a critical. That just shows you how piss poor the defenses are with a lot of Psychic type Pokemon. Because that's the one that Achilles heel you can deal with Psychic types. In Generation 8 Remake, Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu, you have the chance actually to trade for Dark type Pokemon. I believe the first one is you can trade a normal Raticate for an Alolan Raticate. A Rattata for a Alolan Rattata. The other instinct is you can trade I believe if you catch a certain amount of Pokemon, they will give you a Persian. No, they'll give you a Meowth. I think the exchange for that Meowth is, I forget what the other Gen 1 Pokemon is that you can get. But yeah, you can exchange for a Lowland Pokemon. And because most of the Lowland Pokemon that are Kanto Pokemon get dual typed, you have some that will become dark. And you can use them against Sabrina and her Psychic type Pokemon. Even though Sabrina's gym is still going to be a hot mess, because guess what? Most of her Psychics are converted to dual type as well, meaning they can be fairy. They also have access to Dazzling Gleam, which Dark is weak to fairies, so it kind of helps deal with it. It kind of negates a lot of that in some cases. So that's why a lot of times you see Poison type moves rocked on Dark type Pokemon, or those who have access to Steel type moves will try to rock the Steel type attacks as well. And to counteract that, most of the Psychic types will have their Psychic type attack, which will 9 out of 10 be Psychic. And of course, they'll counter Dark types with Dazzling Gleam, Moon Blast, and stuff like that. It's also crazy though, because Sabrina doesn't rock any of the new Gen Pokemon. In Generation, she does get a Mega Alakazam, and then her team gets spruced up in the rematch that you can have once a day with the 8 Kanto Gym leaders. Yeah, there are rematches in Let's Go Eevee with Pikachu. It's probably the only time outside the Elite Four where you can challenge them and I'll have a different team. In terms of Sabrina's team, I believe it is her ace will be Alakazam. She's rocking Mr. Mime. She will have Jinx on her team. Because why not? It's Jinx. No, we don't want Uproar. Although Uproar will prevent the Pokemon from falling asleep. I really don't care too much for Uproar. I have Attack. Try Attack is just better. What else is there? I think she has Executor on her team. Not Alolan Executor, but she'll have Executor on her team. Just to fit in for the Psychics that are missing. So I believe at that point, all the gym leaders have at least 6 Pokemon. So integrating what she has in from the games, she's not rocking Abracadabra Alakazam. She's rocking Kadabra, Mr. Mime, I think Venomoth, and then Alakazam. So I think to change that up, they remove the Venomoth. They give her Jinx and Executor, and I want to say they give her Hypno to balance out her team. To me, if it's a balance out, then it. But yeah, that's how they try to ride through the whole situation of her not having a full team of Psychics. But it's, like I said, it's pretty cool. Yeah, so that's the change up there in terms of her team, in terms of the post game. There is no post game rematches with the gym leaders in this gen. Generation 4, Heart Gold Soul Silver, gives Sabrina a gym leader rematch. Now, she does still rock the Pokemon she's rocking in Gen 2. She has Espeon, Mr. Mime, and Alakazam. But for the rematch with Sabrina, they make sure Sabrina gets a nice, healthy team. Metagross is added to her team, Jinx is added to her team, and Bronzong, just to shit on your parade, is also added to Sabrina's team. Yeah, so it's Alakazam, Mr. Mime, Jinx, Metagross, Beldum, and Espeon. All of those are on Sabrina's team. I think they give her Gallade. I think they exchanged the Espeon for Gallade. So she has at least a fighting type Pokemon on her team that also is Psychic and can help deal with the Dark types. Because I believe it knows Vacuum Wave or Bullet Punch, and I think it might be Vacuum Wave in its move form. But yeah, Sabrina ain't knocking down nothing. Also, another thing to unlock to Sabrina Gym is Channelize. Yeah, even Sabrina's got some ghosts running around this gym. Because ultimately, ghosts were supposed to be the answer to Psychic. Too bad the ghosts in Generation 1 are all dual type poison, and Psychic still outspeeds them. So yeah, that is like the only unfortunate grace in the Achilles heel to all the ghost types in this gym. Because Gengar would have been a nice matchup to Alakazam. Too bad Alakazam is faster than Gengar and has the special stats to back itself up. So yeah, if you were wondering why I didn't go for Ghastly or Gengar, that's simply because I'm not watching Haunter get smacked around by all the ghosts in this game. Speaking of, all the Pokemon in this gym. Speaking of which, there's Haunter, which the channelers will be rocking as a way to let you know that, yeah, there is a weakness. Too bad it kind of has own weakness too. Which is funny enough because you could do some trickster setups with Haunter and them. Confuse Ray into Mean Look. Maybe do Hypnosis Dream Eater. Or wait till you can and learn Shadow Ball. Because funny enough, if you keep Ghastly where Ghastly is, by level 36, Ghastly should blow Shadow Ball. And then you can just evolve Ghastly into Haunter once you've learned Shadow Ball. And then you'll have your stab move to deal with Haunter. If you're wondering why Haunter is only using Confuse Ray, that's because every other move Haunter has won't affect Doduo. Because Doduo is dual flying normal. And because of the normal type thing, yeah, the ghost attacks aren't going to touch you. Now, how as a normal type do I touch the ghost type? Simple. Use any non-normal type move that you can learn and put it on your Pokemon, and it will touch it. I.e., my Doduo being flying type is why it was able to use Drill Peck in Pursuit to take it out. Also, I need to put Amulet Form. Who's my Amulet Form? Starmie has my Amulet Form. Item. Amulet Form. Sadly enough, I don't have anything I can give the others to help me deal with these. Also, I think we only have 2 more battles, and they're all with channels. I don't remember the way to Sabrina, so don't judge me. We'll just randomly go through works to get to me. But yeah, we had a couple more battles with channels. I think this one is rocking Haunter at level 38. Yeah, we just gotta match up against Sabrina, and we'll be fine. Like, literally, there's nothing. Like, the only thing you really have to worry about is maybe Mr. Mime, because Mr. Mime sets up barriers to help Alakazam. Which is also funny because that's what Mr. Mime does in Generation 2 as well. He just sets up barriers to protect Alakazam. Because Mr. Mime is known as Mime. No, I think it's Barrier in Gen 1. That's his original name. Because he's supposed to be based off of a mime. That's why he got the name in American. His American name is Mr. Mime. Funny enough, they were going to call him Mime. And Mime Jr. was going to be called Mime Pre. Or something to that line. But the issue was, there's a Mrs. Mime situation. Because we got to Sabrina. No, we got to another... No, we got to the, Psychic here. Oh, here's Sabrina. Okay, no, we don't want to battle you yet. We still have a channeler to go fight. And I want to fight her as soon as possible. I just don't know how to get to the Psychic. I mean, the channel. One of these is supposed to take you to. Ah, here she goes. Okay. Yeah. Now I'm going to take on this channel. And then that'll be the last... Yeah, this is the last time we will face Channelers. And their ghost type Pokemon. We'll fight ghosts again. Oh no, don't worry. We will fight ghost types again. But as far as it goes in terms of the channeler class, yeah. We won't see any more channelers. Oh no, wait. Post game, we'll see some channelers during that case. Yeah, there's some post game stuff that we haven't gone through yet. And some nuances in this gen that we haven't gone through yet as well. That was bulked up. Too bad it was stripped from the, it was stripped in later games, so yeah, that is it. Hells yeah. So alright, all of the opponents here in Sabrina's gym, all the gym trainers in Sabrina's gym has been knocked out, and we are actually gonna go heal. Because we need to heal before we take on Sabrina. That's right, I'm not taking any chances. I need to make sure I have all my healing ready and able to go. I think I have enough items on me, honestly, to take on Sabrina. So, don't worry about that. We can just make sure I have revive. I think I have basically enough healing items. If not, I can always run to the Celadon department store and fly to Cinnabar. I can go get Hyper Potions. The only item we haven't gotten is the Max Potion, which is an item that heals all of your HP to full. So, and I'm gonna run to. Actually, yeah, let's do that now. Let's run over to. Let's run over to Celadon. We can also catch the fire type Pokemon that I want. But I don't, like I said, it's a very weird thing for me when it comes to fire types. Because I don't technically need one. Although Fire and Leaf Green kind of make that apparent. Where you have a situation where you're going to run into needing a fire type. So, I'll most likely do it after. Oh, I didn't want the fresh water. We'll most likely do it after. Look at all that money. I'll most likely do it after I do the. After I battle Sabrina. I mean, because there's still trainers along the way, and we saw Steve on my list. Oh. Also, my issue is speeding that. And yes, I would say that. About 7 money right now on Lemonade. Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah, that was just a few clicks. Alright. We have another Lemonade. We can get great balls. $36. Got 40 great balls. And that's pretty much it in terms of that. The other thing we can do is I want to go to the game corner to pick up a certain TM. I don't know if I'll have enough money for that TM. No, I won't. And I'd have to get lucky up the slots. Yeah, I'd have to get lucky at the slots, but I could do a duplicating glitch to get me max money. And that would help me get Thunderbolt, Shadow Ball, and Flamethrower. Which would be helpful. Because I could give Shadow Ball to Kadabra, even though that's kind of not a good thing because Ghost is still physical initiative. But it's still an out to what I have to deal with, so yeah. Right now we're gonna just go ahead and make our way to Sabrina. So we're gonna take this panel to take this panel. We're gonna take this panel and then we take this panel right here. To take this panel to go here. And oh wait. No. There we go. Alright. So now we deal with one of my favorite gym leaders in the Pokemon series. The mistress of the psychic type Pokemon. The leader of the Saffron City Gym and the owner of the Moss Badge. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Sabrina. I had a vision of your arrival. I have had psychic power since I was a child. I started when a spoon I carelessly tossed bent. I dislike battling, but if you wish, I will show you my power. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Sabrina, the psychic type gym leader and the mistress of psychic type Pokemon. Sabrina starts off the battle with Kadabra, level 38. Synchronized for its stability, meaning that it will pass on any status conditions attached to it that are burn, paralysis, or poison. It knows the moves Calm Mind, Psychic, Reflect, and Psybeam. Yeah, Kadabra ain't playing around, y'all. So, the reward you get for defeating Sabrina is Calm Mind, which is TM04. A really good move. It buffs these. It's basically bulk up, but for special attack and defense. Next up is Mr. Mime, level 37. Soundproof for its ability, meaning that sound moves won't affect it. Moves Light Screen, Reflect, Psychic, and Calm. Yeah, this thing can be very nasty. I am gonna try to kill this oh good, I killed it as soon as possible. And hey, I even leveled up too. Nice, level 40 for Dodrio. Alright, next up is the surprising factor to this team. Venomoth, level 39. With I believe Shield Desperate's ability, meaning that if it was to get any type of attack condition attached to it, it will just have a 30% chance of removing it. With the moves Psybeam, Psychic, I think Silver Wind, and Poison Power. Yeah, this Pokemon, it seems like the odd man out, but it was the Evasives are basically saying, hey, remember Koga and his Poison Pokemon team? Here's one for you. Or just in case you had to deal with a Psychic type. I think this thing has Leaf Life as well in earlier games. But yeah, this odd man out is probably going to be the craziest thing that we're oddly going to be taking out. But yeah, that's like one of the odd things here is that she has a Venomoth. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we meet Sabrina's ace and my favorite Pokemon in the Pokemon series. Ladies and gentlemen, her highest level Pokemon at level 43, Alakazam, with the moves Calm Mind, Psychic, Shadow Ball, and Recover. Yeah, Alakazam is no slouch. It's gonna try to boost its stats with Psychic with a Calm Mind, and then try to Psychic you. Luckily enough, I have really good physical attack, and Alakazam doesn't. It should have set up Reflect first. I don't know why she didn't, but I am lost. This loss shocks me, but a loss is a loss. I admit, I'm not working hard enough to win. For your victory, you have earned the March Badge. And we got double the money because I'm holding Amulet. Otherwise, we would have gotten 400 and 4,300. The March Badge makes Pokemon up to level 70 OBS. Stronger Pokemon will be wild, ignoring your orders in battle. And just don't raise your Pokemon too much to avoid that problem. Also, she gives you the TM04, that is Calm Mind. This is a TM that is given to you by Tate and Lisa. Or I think it's Tate or is it Liza? I think it's Liza. Tate and Liza in Hoenn region. The power, psychic power, isn't something that only a few humans have. Everyone has psychic powers. People just don't realize it. Well, thank you, Serena, for that. I believe in later gens there will be a way to leave via here, but if I leave Sabrina Gym, we gotta do it the long way. But yeah, in Generation 1, the TM that she would have gave you would have been Psywave, which is a psychic type move that has the chance of doing full damage, half damage, or double damage. It was a very random move, and that's why a lot of people didn't like Psywave. And fuck, we're gonna get lost in this gym. But yeah, it's not one of my favorite moves either. I really don't care too much for Psywave. Generation 4, she gives you Skill Swipe, or Skill Swap, which she only uses on one Pokemon, and I believe that's, I want to say it's Mr. Mime that has the Skill Swap, just so that it can knock off an ability to one of your Pokemon instead of it. But with that done, everybody, we have 6 batches. And now we can make our way to Cinnabar to get our 7. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to heal and then make my way to Cinnabar. We've already been to Cinnabar because we've already flown, and in Section 6 we've already done that because that was the last thing we did. That's how we ended up in Cinnabar when we started. So I did say this before and I'll say it again. It is time to put Sorcerer into the PC. We will see Sorcerer again. Don't worry. Wait, we gotta do a move on with Sorcerer. Sorcerer will be back though before we go to post game. I mean, before we go to Daily 4 and stuff, because we have one more bad that Sorcerer can help us with. Right now, we're gonna go to the outskirts of Saffron. We're gonna Route 7, which I believe will host Vulpix, who will be the highest level it can. Oh no, the Pokemon Mansion. I forgot about that thing. We can fly the Pokemon Mansion. But I don't know what level Vulpix will be with there, which is also interesting. And we'll find out when we get there. Anyway, Starmie and Doug Trio will be the stars of the show. As we're going to enter the Pokemon Mansion. There should be a sign for the Pokemon Mansion. I guess not. Later gens give it a sign. Anyway, Pokemon Mansion. This thing is full of Pokemon that are fire type, your occasional poison, and switch, thank you. Your occasional poison and Eradicate and Rattata. So, yeah, let's go ahead and go into the Pokemon Mansion. So, just like a cave, every step is has a possibility of a wild encounter. You can run in here if you want to, and there are some trainers you can encounter here as well. I don't think we'll be encountering two on the journey, but if we can, we will. So yeah, Raticate, Rattata, you can get your chance to catch in Ponyta, or I think Rapidash is here. No, Rapidash is in another location. Muck, Grimer, if you want to catch them. Who else is here? Coughing, Wheezing, they're here. Grimer, who we're definitely trying to catch. Because I want Grimer in my Pokemon. Damn it. If I don't kill it, another thing, I guess I should start using Rapid Spin. Because Surf and Psychic already killed Grimer. I hope Rapid Spin doesn't. But, yeah. And actually, this is my favorite Spider Grimer. I think opposed to, like, I think the Gen 1 sprite, where it looks like it's raising his hands in the air and it just don't care. And I think might have took inspiration. This is why this might have took inspiration from. But no, I love me some Grimer. Muck is cool. Along with Muck and Alolan Grimer are probably my favorites just because they're the dual type. And they really start packing on the poison moves in it as well. We got the Great Ball, so let's rock it. So yeah, I will be careful and not use my Master Balls like an idiot. That can happen. But alright, 49, yeah, 49. Oh yeah, all the urban Pokemon are together. Grimer, the Sludge Pokemon, appears in filthy areas. It thrives by sucking up polluted sludge that is pumped out of factories. Which is why in, I think in some games you'll see, oh, that just took up a slot, didn't it? I didn't want it to take up a slot, but it did. Who else is here? Oh yeah, we got a couple of trainers here. They tell you that they're just running through because just like, it's an abandoned mansion that hasn't fallen down, but you can see a lot of Pokemon here, and that's why a lot of them are here. They're here for treasure and Pokemon. What else is it that I can tell you? Actually, no, we'll learn some backstories about some stuff here in the Pokemon Mansion. Some stuff that accounts to post-game. for Generation 1. And some pretty unique post games as well, because, you know, every game has a legendary. This game, of course, because it's Generation 1, they have 4 legendaries, which we will encounter, because I did say and promise we will encounter the legendaries of the Kanto region. We're going to be reading about a few of them here, and we're going to be reading about one in this mansion. And we can actually talk about it. So, I believe there should be a book next to the table we're near, and it should give us some information. No, but there's a switch here. Secret switch. Wanna press it? Why not? Who wouldn't? Yeah, secret switch puzzles. Yay. That is also something in the Pokemon Mansion. If you touch certain statues that are in that odd shape, they will close gates and open gates. I believe the gate we're looking for is not over here. I think it's on the other side. But yeah, we're gonna open and close gates. I kind of should put a repel up, but considering I'm looking for a certain Pokemon, I should have just caught it when I was over there. So fuck it. Yeah, we're gonna put up the max repels. I got 9. I'm weak. Okay, but now that that's up, protein. Give this to Dodrio. Protein uses pistol attack. Okay, Dodrio. Alright. Base physical stat went up. But yeah, welcome to the Pokemon Mansion. And Mr. Cute. What the fuck is stronger than me? Oh, yeah, level 38 and 36 Pokemon. Which are the line. So, yeah, welcome to the Pokemon Mansion. The shape of these statues, well, in the original game, were in the shape of Rhydon, because the monster shape in that game was created in Rhydon's image. Because Rhydon was the first Pokemon created by Pokemon Company. Later on, they decide to do a switch up and make it into something different. Also, get out of the way. This old place is one big maze. I believe this should be our new trainer class that we're running into. Yes, Burglar! Burglar specializes in fire-type Pokemon. They're just the Thief class, if you will. Sadly enough, none of their Pokemon will actually know the move Thief. Some of them can learn it actually from TM. But, yeah, just your run-of-the-mill fire users. And you'll see them soon. Also, hi Charmeleon. Yeah, if you were playing this game and you didn't have, you didn't start with Charmander, say for instance you started with Squirtle, your opponent would probably have Blastoise, and you have Venusaur. So this will probably be your only real chances to see Charizard, and Charmander and Charmeleon. Because there are a couple of trainers that will have it. That will have Kanto starters in it too. Also, I'm going to press this. Press the glitch. Why not? And I believe it should open the gate above us. Yeah. But it closes the one over here below us. In this room. I couldn't even touch the book. Okay. Sure, Jay. Raticate. Out of my life. Alright. So, if you read this book, it says, Diary, July 5th. Guyana, South Africa. A new Pokemon was discovered deep in the jungle. We are going to be learning about the origins of a legendary. Our first legendary, actually. Many of people's first legendary if you're a Gen 1 player. Yeah. I mean, fuck it, I'll spoil it. We're going to be learning about Mewtwo's origin and how Mewtwo was formed. Now, there are a lot of synopsis about Mewtwo, of course, and that's simply because Mewtwo is an amazing Pokemon. It really is. We got a Calcium here. And I think until the Master Repel wears off, we're going to just be running into no one but Raticate. Unless Muck and them want to show up. So, zinc. So yeah, there are also a lot of items you can obtain too, if you want to. Too bad we haven't run into any fire type Pokemon. They must be in the lower half of the mansion. Oh, never mind. Speaking of fire types, there's one, Vulpix. This is who I was looking for, Vulpix. Because we're going to be putting Vulpix on the team. I just hope that when I catch a whole bunch of these Vulpix, that I get the Vulpix that is either modest, timid, or calm nature. Also, I don't expect myself to run into a shiny, so if that's anything. Imprison is a move that will block the opponent's Pokemon from using any moves that you might have in your move pool. It didn't work on Starmie because Starmie and Vulpix don't share any moves in their current moveset, and that's current moveset. Vulpix, the fox Pokemon, when it is born, it just has one snowy white tail. The tail splits from its tip as it grows older. And no, we're not going to name it yet, but we are going to catch a whole bunch of Vulpix just for that simple factor. I can go back to Route 7 and just catch Vulpix there, which would probably be a lot easier, just because it'll be a low enough level, and I don't have to be scared if it has Flamethrower or not, because level 29 is when Vulpix learns Flamethrower. That's probably the most important thing that I want on Vulpix is its ability to use Flamethrower. And there's a girl Vulpix. So, yeah. That is the reason why I wanted to wait till I got here, because at least level 30, it should have its Flamethrower. You can catch Vulpix in Gen 3 on in the upper area of Mount Pride. It is a rare encounter, but it's an encounter there if you do not have a fire type. Outside of the fire types in Generation 1. We have another book here we're going to read as soon as this encounter with Raticate is over with. But I feel like Raticate and them are going to be the highest level. Funny enough, I think level 40 was what the basis of the Pokemon Mansion had in Gen 1. Diary, July 10th. We christened the newly discovered Pokemon Mew. Yeah, they discovered Mew. Another legendary that unfortunately we won't be getting in this game because I'm not doing all the cheats to do that. But Mew is basically the Jesus of the Pokemon series. From what the branches of Pokemon tell you, Mew is supposed to be the one that branched off from Arceus, the god of all Pokemon, who we'll see in Generation 4. Because I will be doing cheats to get the Arceus event in Gen 4, which was never released internationally. It was only released in Japan. Some people were lucky enough to go to Japan to get the event. To get, I believe it's the flute that you get to get to Arceus. So we're going to push this, and then we're going to go up to the upper floor. Hey, Muck! Oh, by the way, I think we have 50 Pokemon now, so we can go back to near Fuchsia, and we can go and get the experience one. Yeah, Sludge, I figured as much. Let's just go ahead and try to catch Muck. Because now we should have 51 Pokemon. Because I believe the stipulations for the post-game stuff is you need to have at least 100 Pokemon caught. I have to check Chuck and Conroy's Let's Play. Or even BSC's Let's Play of Fire and Leafgreen. So I know John took it over. Because unfortunately, Lewis, in terms of Pokemon play, and I don't hate Lewis, just Lewis's gameplay style is not the best for a Let's Play when you're playing Pokemon. You should know your team by then and be able to go and capture those Pokemon and, any stragglers along the way. And if you run into any, yeah, you can catch them if you want to get the other items. But, yeah, initially in the Pokemon Leafgreen Fire Red Let's Play, I think they were playing Leafgreen. Lewis was the one who was playing the game. Then Lewis kind of was taking a very slow approach to it. So Johnny had free time, and Johnny ended up taking the Let's Play from Lewis. And he basically was like, yeah, change this Pokemon, add these Pokemon, and we need to get a move on. So what would have took longer, took less time. And for the obvious joke, yes, I know what mutt spelled backwards means, and no, we're not doing that here. Okay, we are better than that. Also, my baby is poisoned. Hold on, sorry. I'm gonna flush it to get rid of that nasty poison. And then give you a lemonade to replenish your HP. Of course, my babies are not gonna be hurting. Okay, and you just want to be my baby so bad, don't you, Brian? But yeah, we're gonna be reading up a lot on Mew and Mewtwo. I'm in the Pokemon mention. Mainly because of the story. I mean, we can already talk about the story. I mean, the games are already like 15 years plus old. So, basically, Mewtwo was created by Team Rocket. Because there's like 3 different stories. In the manga, Mewtwo was created by Team Rocket. His creators were Blaine and Mr. Fuji. Yeah, Mr. Fuji used to be a scientist, and he used to work for Team Rocket. When Mr. Fuji had got a glimpse of what was going on with Team Rocket, he quit Team Rocket. He left. He literally left. He said he's not doing it anymore. They can find other scientists. He quits Team Rocket. And that's why he's in such an uproar about Team Rocket being in Lavender Town and trying to take over Lavender. Because it just reminds him of his horrible past. Because of that, Mr. Fuji decides that he wants to... Well, he knows of Mewtwo. He still has the research books about Mewtwo. Also, we're gonna move things around. And yeah, scientists are here as well. Because they're looking for all the information that was used. Yeah, if you didn't go do the rocket stuff and in Silpco, this is your other chance of encountering the scientists. So I believe there will be scientists and super nerds here. The scientists in Generation 1 look very old nerds. Like, literally, they're just the advanced version of super nerds. They have, like, glasses, they look like old peeps, hunchbacks, and all of that. But no, they make them daddies here in Gen 3's remake. It's so weird. But yeah, basically, yeah, Mr. Fuji and Blaine worked on this is according to the manga. Now, they worked on the Mew. They were trying to create their own Mew, and ended up creating Mewtwo. Blaine used some of his DNA in Mewtwo, which is why he has Mewtwo for a while. And then he gives Mewtwo to Red. Funny enough, Mewtwo in the manga has a giant psychic spoon. Yeah, I thought it was really cool too. And funny enough, they didn't do anything with that in Smash Brothers. Because Mewtwo joined Smash as a Smash Melee. I think he's in Brawl? And then he wasn't initially in Smash Ultimate. No, he's in Smash Ultimate, but he initially wasn't in Smash for Wii U and 3DS. He ended up becoming DLC. And I was actually very lucky enough to get Smash 4 prior to the end of Smash 4. Because at the end of Smash 4 was Bayonetta, and I ended up picking up my 3DS towards basically the tail end. I think a year right before they announced... No, 2 years before they announced the Switch. Because I believe the Switch came out in 2017. I didn't get my 3DS till 2016? So about a year? Yeah. Only about a year after the announcement trailer. Because the announcement for the Switch... I mean, because we had already heard about the Switch. And Nintendo was being very secretive about the Switch. once everything for the Switch was ready to go, I think at that point I had already had my 3DS. So I had only been a year of me having my 3DS. I had which I still have. I need to find the charger to it. I don't have the charger to my 3DS. I need to find it. I think I might have lost it, or it's somewhere in this room. I just don't know where. But yeah, on the 3DS. And that 3DS is basically the mottos of my me getting a job, which I have now. Well, with the company that I have now. I'm not gonna go into too many details, but I work for a school district, and my first job with the district was actually working at headquarters. And that was a very nice check I got from headquarters. And because of that very nice check, that was the check that allowed me to get my 3DS. So I think the second check was the 3DS. The first check, I believe, was my upgrade to my cell phone. So at that time, so there was a lot. There was a lot of Vulpix coming around right now. I'm not complaining, but I'm catching the Vulpix. I see Vulpixes and I see mine. I think I might have dropped to the wrong room. Because you're supposed to drop from the top floor to the bottom floor to get to a certain area of the mansion. Because we're going to be ending, relatively soon once we beat Blaine. Because we have to get the secret key from the Pokemon mansion. That's why we're here. We can't get into the gym. And according to some of the NPCs, yeah, so we're on the bottom floor. And according to some of the, I think you talked to some of the NPCs, they're supposed to tell you that it's hard to get into Blaine's gym because he locked the gym. Only those that go through the mansion, because he basically wants the mansion to be like the precursor to his gym. You know, his gym already has a task in it. A level 32 Vulcan. Yeah. It's just a whole array of things with Blaine. But yeah, they basically want to not have this mansion be all for nothing. So they would put the key in the mansion. Basically something about Blaine came here to, you know, reminisce on things, and he ended up dropping the key. That's one explanation. The other one is that Blaine was just being a dick. So yeah, that's the synopsis here of why we're here. But yeah, we're gonna be reading a few more entries to the Pokemon Mansion, and being able to see Mewtwo. Because yeah, we will go through Cerulean Cave and we'll visit Mewtwo. There's a lot of stuff I have to do, unfortunately, to get to Mewtwo, which it sucks. It is what it is. I think there's a book in that room, and then there should be like another burglar that we'll see. Yeah, and then there's a scientist here. But now we're gonna go to the lower floors of the mansion. So we're only missed one book, but I can go back to go read that book. Electrode. But I'm still surprised, Electrode. Why is your trainer not using any electric type moves that you should have in your move pool at this point? Weezing. Oh yeah, both of these two know self-destruct. That's why Scientist Ted is here. Ted. But yeah, it's basically just the synopsis of the gym. I mean, of the area, and then we'll have like a few more scientists and stuff to run into. Level 37. Alright. I believe that's an exit from the top floor if we took the other route. Which I believe doesn't have anything on it. Parvo, that's for speed. I know we can get over there. We're not gonna go over there. We don't leave yet. I wanna leave once I get the secret key. Oh, there are TMs here too. Some very useful ones as well. Now we're on the basement floor of it. So I believe that's either a burglar or a super nerd or a scientist. Say super nerd. And for this portion of it, I'm just gonna go ahead and get the repel. Oh, I forgot about the max revival. 38. Diary, September 1st. Mewtwo was too powerful. Oh yeah, because I'm missing the book that gives the date in which Mewtwo was born, which is February 6th. Yeah, Mewtwo is an Aquarius. First item here, full restore. That recovers the HP of a Pokemon and removes any status condition attached to them. Scientist. Hold on. Before we press that, we're gonna go in this room and pick up TM14. That is Blizzard, one of the most powerful Ice type moves in the game that you can learn through TM. It has a change in its accuracy as it used to be, I think, 95, and now it is 90. So only 5 points in accuracy drop. But it's simply because, actually no, I don't think it's 5 anymore. Hold on, wait a minute. Let's read Blizzard. Because I believe Blizzard, Thunder, and... Oh yeah, 70 now. Used to be 95. In Gen 1. The reason for that was because it was Gen 1. But, yeah, Blizzard, Fire Blast, and Thunderbolt, and Thunder. The most powerful moves of those categories. And the reason for that is because they're really powerful moves. Thunder is basically a giant bolt of lightning that will strike the foe and can cause paralysis. Fire Blast is in the shape of... Oh, we got the secret key. Is in the shape of the sign for fire. TM22 Solar Beam, I think this is replaced with Thunder. No, I know where Thunder is. It's not here. But that Solar Beam, that is a 2-turn grass type move. That it takes 1 turn to charge. Energy from the sun, and it shoots a beam at your opponent. Under Sunny Day, from Generation 2 onward, Solar Beam can be used in 1 turn if Sunny Day is in play. So, we can use Escape for it. I don't know why we're playing without them. I got so many of them. And bam, we're outside instead of our island. But we're gonna go back instead of our island, because there is the one area that I do want to explore. And that is the upper area that we didn't get a chance to look at. I forget how we get to it. Oh, you know what? We get to it from the other way. Yeah, it's this one. It says, Diary, February 6th. Mew gave birth. We named the newborn Mewtwo. Yeah, that's the weird thing here. Oh, Max Potion. I've already talked about Max Potion, but yeah, it gives full restoration of your HP. But yeah, so in the games, they say that Mew gave birth to Mewtwo. And then Mewtwo went on a rampage. In the manga, Mewtwo is created... In the manga and the anime, they said Mewtwo is created by scientists. Those scientists worked for Team Rocket. Now, in the manga, it's Blaine and Giovanni. I mean, Blaine and Mr. Fuji that made Mewtwo. In the game, they just state that the scientists were discovering Mew, and if Mew gave birth to Mewtwo. But the history about Mew is very diverse. Simply because there's a lot of stories that you can put together about the theories behind Mew. One theory is that while researching Mew and trying to create their own Mew, Team Rocket created a whole lot of Pokemon. Or scientists in general tried to create their own Pokemon. That's why Porygon's colors could be mistaken for a Mew clone. Because they tried to make a digital version of Mew. Because there's a lot of moves that that Porygon can learn. There's also the fact Grimer and Muck No, it's not Grandmama. Ditto. Ditto can learn transform. Ditto is a experiment that went awry. Of them most likely trying to create Mew. And I think there was another Pokemon, but I can't remember off the top of my head. Anyway, we have the key now, so we can now enter the Cinnabar Island Gym. So, talking to this man here, he says, Leo Champion Mickey, the hot-headed Blaine is a fire-type pro. Douse his spirits with water. You better take some burn heals too. Yeah, that's just supposed to implement the whole burn heal thing. But the gimmick of the gym here in the gimmick of Blaine's gym is simple. If you go to this is the quiz masters. Get it right and open the door to the next room. Get it wrong and have to face the trainer. If you want to conserve your Pokemon for the gym leader, then try to get this right. The first question is, does Caterpie evolve in the Metapod? Yes, it does. And most of these trainers are super nerds and burglars. Alright, that's why they're not interacting with you. I do believe if you get it wrong, they will, a question mark will appear and they will come to you. Next up is quiz number 2. So, the question is, there are 9 certified gym badges. No, only 8. Every region has 8. Why am I questioning? Oh, yeah, to show that off. You can accidentally press the thing and it will ask you the question again. But then you can take on the gym trainer. Why do you have 4 Pokemon? Anyway, Ponyta, who we have not seen yet. We've seen his evolution Rapidash, but we haven't seen Ponyta. Ponyta is another physical attacker who unfortunately gets no love because all of its moves are special due to its typing. Ponyta is not a bad Pokemon at all. It's a really stable one, and of course, if you're playing Generation 4, Diamond and Pearl, that's one of the only 2 choices of fire types that you'll have. Because for some reason, they decided the mountainous region doesn't get to have fire types till post-game, and even the post-game area doesn't have any fire types. It's really stupid. But luckily enough, Platinum fixes that by adding in more fire types, and then Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl adding more fire type Pokemon. So you're not stuck with either choosing Starter and Infernape or rocking Ponyta for your team. Which is funny enough because your rival in that gen also rocks your Ponyta on their team if they're not rocking Infernape as their starter. But yeah, we get another glimpse of the lineup of the Kanto fire types. We have Charmander, Growlithe, Vulpix, and Ponyta. There is only one other fire type missing in terms of the evolution lines, and that's actually, well, 2 if you count Flareon. But yeah, Magmar, who we won't be getting till later. And I'm not going to spoil anything for Magmar. Question number 4. Poliwag evolves 3 times. No, Poliwag only evolves twice. The final one, it depends on you, the trainer, if you want to trade evolution or stone evolution. Alright, this one here. Electric type moves are effective against ground type Pokemon. No. I believe that's supposed to ask you about water to fire in the original game. Going up here. Alright. Pokemon of the same kind and level are identical. Are not identical. Yes. Because there are Pokemon that can have different stats. Is this the one with Tombstone? I think so. Yeah, TM28 contains Tombstone. That is actually a reference to Tombstone, which is a wrestling move that was supposed to be introduced in this game, but they said it was too brutal, so they took it out. No, they named it Submission. Tombstoner is actually what they called it in the original game. And Tombstone is what they call here. TM28 is actually Earthquake. So, yeah. And now we can take on Blaine, the Cinnabar Island gym leader, and the hot quiz master himself. Alright, let's do it. I am Blaine, the hothead leader of the Cinnabar gym. My fire Pokemon all are tough and ready with intense heat. They will incinerate all challenges. Haha, you better have burn heals. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is where the burn heal meme comes from. We have Blaine, the Inferno Quiz Master and the leader of the Cinnabar Island Gym. He starts off the battle with Growlithe, level 42. Intimidate for its ability to lower the attack of its opponent. With the moves Odor Sleuth, Flamethrower, Takedown, and Ember. Yeah, Blaine's team is packed with fire-type Pokemon. Funny enough, Blaine's similar to Erica of this gen. Blaine's ace changes. He starts off with Rapidash being his ace. Or I think it's Arcanine. No, it's Rapidash. Because he's about to use Arcanine now. Arcanine, level 47. One of the highest level Pokemon. With the moves Fire Blast, Takedown, Odor Sleuth, and Roar. Just douse this thing with water or throw sand in its face. Yeah, the thing about Blaine's team, ooh, no, Spike, not Odor Sleuth. Okay, bro. Hey, my mistake. Anyway, yeah, Blaine's aces change throughout the gen. Generation 1 makes it Arcanine. Well, red and blue and green, fire and leaf green, make it, I think, Rapidash. Is it Rapidash or Arcanine? Magmar in yellow, because anime. Magmortar, Gen 4. And then Magmar again in Gen 8. Which I think if they give him a Mega Evolution, I forget which Mega Evolution they give him for a Fire type. But yeah, they do give him a Mega Evolution. And I want to say it's Charizard, because why not? Or he could be one of the Gen Leaders that just doesn't get a Mega Evolution Pokemon for the Mega Story. But don't quote me on that. But yeah, we're basically going through the 2 options of Fire types that you can get in this gen. One you can't get unless you're playing Fire Red, and the other one is a wild encounter. The other 2 are wild encounters that you can get in both games. But Ponyta was Fire Blast, Takedown, Fury Attack, and Flame Wheel. Rapidash, level 42, with the move Fire Blast, Bounce, Takedown, and Horn Attack. I'm lucky this thing doesn't have Mega Horn, because Rapidash can learn Mega Horn. I think still learning at Ponyta. And whatever level you'll evolve Ponyta at to learn Bounce is when you'll learn Mega Horn. But yeah, that is Blaine. I have burnt down to nothing. Nothing but ash remains. He earned the Volcano Badge. And I think double our money. Oh, that wasn't double our money. Damn. The Volcano Badge fixes the special stat of your Pokemon. And also take this, TM38. That is Fire Blast. The alternate fire technique. Don't waste it on a water Pokemon. Which is funny because you can't. You can give Flamethrower to, you can give Flamethrower to... No, you get Fire Blast to, Slowbro and I think, does he tell you? Oh yeah, he suggested Vulpix and Charmeleon to learn, Fire Blast. If you were playing Fire Red, he would suggest Growlithe and Charmeleon to learn that move. But Fire Blast, like he said, is the ultimate fire technique. 120 power, 70 accuracy, and can cause burn to its opponent. It is an ultimate fire type move that many fire type Pokemon can learn. I try really not to use it because it's really not my go-to. Later gens give him Overheat as a key. And oh, it's Bill. Yeah. So, exclusive to Fire Red and Leaf Green, we have a side story that we can encounter. We have the chance to go to Island 1. Bill says a friend of his has invited him and wants to know who would like to come. If you're too busy, that's fine. The boat hasn't arrived yet, and I'll be waiting at the Pokemon Center over there. So yeah, we have post-game stuff. We have stuff we can do in terms of Leaf Green and Fire Red. Now I don't know if this stops us from taking on the Viridian Gym, because spoilers, we could go take on the Viridian Gym. now that we have all 7 back. So, I can check and see if we are able to take on the Viridian Gym. If not, we can take the last hour or 2 and we can... Actually, no, I kind of want to end early. I want to end before 7. But let's check out these picks. Jolly Maker, Bashful, Naughty, and Red Shoe. Hasty. Yeah. But Vulpix, Flamethrower, Imprison, Confuse Ray, Willow. Which means it got rid of its quick attack. Oh, also, they're holding Resto Berry, which is a berry that can heal, what do you... Oh, I think it's Freeze? I want to say it's Freeze. Where are we going to put Q5? We're going to make another area, but we're going to call it Volcano. We're going to put the Volcano up. There it is, Volcano. Just to symbolize Cinnabar Island being a volcano. But yeah, that is, yeah, hold on, I can show you what the rest of the area looks like. It looks like a blue it looks like a blue strawberry. The Rost berry. We're gonna bag it. Info. A health item that can heal burn, which is funny because the Pokemon that can burn you is holding it. I do believe they hold it as well in the home region. So, yeah, if you want to go berry farming, there are Pokemon in Gen 3 that will be holding berries. We're gonna fly to Viridian just to see if we have access to Viridian Gym. If we do not have access to Viridian Gym, then we'll take the challenge with Bill. Well, I forgot Bill actually would talk to this guy. Says the Viridian Gym leader has returned. Oh, so we can take on the Viridian Gym. Oh, awesome. Oh, so we can even go in, yeah. Yo, champion of making. Even I don't know the identity of the Viridian Gym, but one thing is certain is that they're the toughest trick. This will be the toughest of all the gym leaders. Also, I've heard that the trainers here like ground type Pokemon. That's not actually true because most of them are going to use fighting types and stuff. So yeah, we have the chance to take on the Viridian Gym, which is something that they thankfully kept from the original game. So you don't have to do the stuff with Bill automatically. You can actually go back to it. For quality's sake, and for my sanity, I'm not going to take on the Viridian Gym yet. I am going to go ahead and do stuff with Bill. The reason for that is because, hold on, I want to, like, I'm there. Wax Nature, oh, okay. Stench is the ability that Mutt can have. Health Repel Wild Pokemon. I think the other one is Sticky Goo, where your items can't be stolen. Yeah, Sticky Hole. Prevents item death. So, yeah. Alright, but, where are we at? We're 3 hours and 14 minutes in. What time is it? It's 6:21 right now. Hold on, I'm just trying to make sure things aren't too bad. Because I can still catch up with stuff. I don't know. We have options of things we can do, or I can save them for another stream. You know, to keep things going. But I mean, because we did enough. We did 2 gym leaders here. We explored enough of the areas in the mansion. So you know what? I think this would be a good time to go ahead and end the stream. I think this would be a great time to end it. Only because of the fact that I want some rest because I have to go to work in the morning and I still have laundry. And considering the things that are going on right now with me, I kind of want to go ahead and just, end the stream and get myself some rest. So, yeah, let's go ahead and end the stream now. Before I do anything, I just want to say thank you to everyone who came by. I also want to thank Oni for the raid. That was, oh, actually, before we end, let me go back to Fuchsia so I can go get the experience here, because off screen I'm gonna go and look for Vulpix, and hopefully that Vulpix will be of either modest, timid, or calm nature, but it'll be Vulpix nonetheless. And I think we already had the item finder. If we don't, we can go get that too. But yeah, up here, if you go and you talk to Mr. Professor Oak's aide, if you caught 50 Pokemon species, he will give us the experience share. And I've caught 51, so he gives us the experience share. Yep, alright. And actually, a little bit of hint on some things we'll look at later. Look through the binoculars. Looks like a small island in the horizon. That's Seafoam Island. Now in this binoculars, a large shining bird is flying over the sea. Ladies and gentlemen, Generation 1's legendary bird, Articuno. And that's the first time we see Articuno in the series. And they do that for yellow, they do that for red, blue, green, and Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu, where they show Articuno. And I think, actually, funny enough, Articuno was one of the Pokemon that they showed off for the sequence where you can battle the legendaries and then capture them as well. But with that said and done, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of today's live stream. And actually, I'm not going to end it here. I'm going to go and fly over to Viridian to end it. Just because, we flew all the way to Viridian anyway. And we now know we can go ahead and take on Viridian Gym. I mean, I know my way through Viridian Gym. I can just take the upper area, but nah, I'll say that for next time. So, or I can do it now. Nah, I'll save it for next time. Oh, excuse me. Oh, whew. Sinuses. Bless me. Alright, we're gonna say, oh, that is easy thing. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna save the game. We're gonna do a save state. Oh, I don't know what's coming over me. Probably dust in my room. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna end today's stream right now before I have another sneezing fit on stream. And with that said, I want to say thank you to all of the people who have came. Thank you to Oni Fox for the raid, party of 8. It was very nice of you, Oni, to do a raid. I appreciate it. We'll have Cinnabar music in the background as we go to the end screen. If you guys would like to catch up with me and the latest in terms of my content, here's a link to my main channel. Hold on, give it a second, it's gonna start loading up. There it goes. If you guys like to watch the archives, which I'm working on right now, for live stream sessions 1 through 4 are up. They're up right now on the archive channel. There's the link to the archive. Then also just to note, the archive channel, sessions 1, sessions 5 will be broken up into pieces. That is only because of the fact that I was dealing with the issues I was dealing with the emulator, and the emulator wasn't updated to its 10.1 version. So that's that there. If you guys would like to catch me social media, there is IG, and here's Twitter. Sorry, hold on, I spelled Twitter wrong. And excuse me. Here's the Discord. Hold on. I also Discord on Discord. Bam. Alright. Oh, I spelled it wrong anyway. Alright, there we go. And that's my Discord link. So if you want to interact with me within any of those, you're more than welcome to. Thank you guys so much for coming. I really do appreciate it. And I will catch you guys this week, next weekend. So session 8 of the Pokemon Leafgreen live stream. I'll see you guys then. Bye bye.